How y'all doing today? I'm back again. Doing do best to entertain, to rearrange those things that they did to us to try to make us go mentally insane. So we got our wish, web of wishes. We got Mary and the Golden Child. We got our feathers of Mayat. We have our journey with the cross. We got our Shahoo or Shahoof. We have many things because I am one who preserved the information, the affirmation of what we call to free you from the traps, the lies that people have been told for so long. So, who am I? My name is Americas. So you can never forget me because I place myself in America because America, as not only we United States is, but from what we call Greenland, Canada, right? Alaska, United States, right? Mexico, Central America, and all of South America, we are one. And then that also includes, before the shifting of the earth, the Caribbeans, the Caribbeans, right? Cuba, Panama, Trinidad, and all of the islands. So we are here to say salam, which means hello. Then you got to say, well, what do hello mean? Hello is Elo. What do Elo mean? Elo is Elohim. Elo is self. Elo is the breath of life. What is breath? What is the breath of life? It's so many things that you need to know about. So, but we're talking about today appreciation and the things that other people did in the midst of surviving, and many things that people did was not fit. It was not proper. It was selfish. Mainly, most of the people who did anything, it was about for selfish gain. It's about to preserve themselves, the duplication, what they call their children. So they picked and they did things, but they didn't have the management, the time management. They didn't have the management of monetary. They didn't understand live for, by, and with each other. So the test was given. They said, okay, come to the bush. They didn't know that at that time, the bush was considered to be the close encounters of a third kind. So it was a close encounter of a third kind where different messages was being received by individuals that what we call the day got touched, what we call the day got saved, those who had interpretations, those who had visitors, those who the vortex was open, what we would call the crown chakra, and they received entities. These entities made them what we call avatars. So then you had those who were seeking. They was deceptive because their mother was deceptive, their daddy was deceptive, and they are 33 of their mother, 33 of their dad, and then they come and combine with that. That's them from with their environment and the things that they learn, things that they see. Okay, so now we have that individual. Okay, and when we break down individual, right, it's just a whole nother realm of things for the sounds coming together to make syllables, to make words, to define these words by what we call Webster, Funk and Wagner, Oxford, all these interpretations of words was for a reason for themselves. It was also a selfish grafting of words and definitions and sounds, taking the sounds and putting sounds together. Guba. Somebody said, well, Guba means this. He said, well, Guba means that. And, whoever had the power to, he said, oh, that's what Guba means. You see what I'm saying? So by the translation, interpreters came over here, and I call it. You say, when I say we, I'm not talking about the people that I ran with, because I denounced them. I denounce each and every one of you. So if you say that you know me, that's what you mean. N.O. So just stay where you at, do what you do. Because it will catch up on you, the lies that you told. It will catch up on you, the things that you stole. It will catch up on you when the things that you did and you didn't do it right. It's going to catch up on you, and it's catching up on you right now. You see, because this right here is a miracle to hear me at this time, 2021, going to 2022, year 3 of the Elohim on the planet Earth, okay? So we're talking about those that was walk with me, talk with me, that did the best they could, as they would say, but they took a little bit out and put it to the side. Those who lived the life saying that they lived for, by, and with each other, but went around the world traveling around the world for what? Where we get this information? Information came to us. You going to them to find out if we're right. You're going to other people. You're going to read books. We tell you that we are the originators, give you the doctrine, right, in its purest form, and then you want to take that doctrine, right, and try and test it. And then you're going to compare it to somebody else who took that doctrine, got their scholars to interpret it so it seems like we are wrong. We can never be wrong. So, okay, so what happens? We say, well, why is this important? Because the people that I ran with, they try to use me. So the last usage was last week. That was my step off. Before that, right, I came here again in November, right? Focused on what to do. Analyzed everything, planned everything in the midst of my enemy, table of righteousness, right? For those who held on. It wasn't that many that held on. You see? Actually, the reason why I disassociate myself with everybody, when I say everybody, I'm talking about everybody, except that's who I was with. And that's not that many, because they're going to talk like me, walk like me, act like me, because they lived with me. So if you didn't live with me, if you made a reason to live, if you made a reason not to go into the place on Bushwick Avenue, right? If you made a reason because you didn't like the conduct that they were doing, because it was influenced by what we call society, oppression. They were depressed. They were still, it was actually a hospital. Some people say, well, I didn't go there because I didn't like the people. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. You didn't go there because you couldn't find your way to navigate, so you used the dunya, which we already diagnosed as the graveyard. So you use the graveyard to get, like an archaeologist, to get bones and stones and get what you call materialistic gain from the monetary system. Education, because education was told to you, and you say, well, I didn't give out the definition for education as I will in this new generation. But the education that you got from school is worth nothing. It's nothing. It's two set of laws. You have Moses and you have Muhammad. That was it. And Muhammad was just the backup for the original, which was Moses. That's why he sent everybody away. Abraham sent everybody away. Go ahead. You go ahead, you establish, you do what you do, boom, you got the knowledge. People say, well, he didn't give him no money. It wasn't about money. It was the connection to your higher power, your oversoul, which that is not the best of ways to explain it, but that's the way I'm explaining to you right now. So all that, and she said, well, what? What's going on? See, the last person was the person that was leading you into foolishness because they thought they was doing me a favor. They knew they wasn't doing me a favor. They used that as an excuse. You're not doing me a favor when I'm back, B-A-C-K, in the flesh, speaking as fire for your protection, fire against fire, and you act like you don't hear me. You want to do what you want to do. That means you're unruly. That means you're out of pocket. You see, you're out of pocket as far as the own world. You're out of pocket as far as the monetary buildup for what we're talking about, this state of peace, in this state of grace. So you telling me what you want to do. The word, what does the word want mean? What does the word want mean? What does the word desire mean? So when you say out your face these words and you speaking to the elites, you're not trying to fool me. But it was a time when those who captivated and was given permission to step in my circumference to test me through all their chemicals, their lies, their programming, their people, their agents, everybody coming around saying this and that. So this is what I did. I said, okay, you go ahead and I'll help you build that. So those people that's ensnared in your system, because that's not my system, and I always said that. That's something you want to do. So the people that say, well, I'm leaving here, I'm going to Africa. There is no Africa. That was a name that was given for destruction, and you fed on that emotionally. You're not using your intellect. So they say, well, if you come back to your realization, don't step in the front of the line. Get your ass in the back of the line. Submit yourself as a child and learn on level. Let the woman learn in silence. That's what Paul said. So they said, well, Paul said, well, look, I don't want people. You say, well, Paul was a great man. You're talking about Saul. Yeah, Saul changed his name to Paul. You see? Went through an experience that you never encountered. But these experiences was the mental telepathy that the angelic realm gave to certain people. That's why at one time you had faith. But your faith dwindled down to the faith of a mustard seed, which grows a big tree. But your faith in the mustard seed grew a lot of confusion. I told you to leave it alone and follow me. But you wanted to go into the courtroom. You wanted to argue with this. You wanted to say that. You want to be, that means nothing to the Most High. I'm the Most High right now. You want to be the Most High? You praying? Hey, we know you're not the Most High. You talking about spookism again. And we're not having that. Even those that you didn't give me the sighting, they know we ain't into spook. Something wrong with you. You're back into spookism because you want the materialistic power, the little bit of thing that the devil said, I will give you thus and thus. No, you ain't got to give me nothing because I'm taking what's mine. Mine can never be taken. It's already there. That's why I'm already here doing what I do every day. So we're going to let that marinate in your brain right now. And when you come through and snap out of it, right, don't come in my face. get at the end of the line and learn what I need to learn. That's it, because I'm back.